Welcome back. Women's wrestling is making its debut here in Athens, and today is the first day of competition. Now, there are 4 weight classes ranging from 105 pounds to 158 pounds. American Patricia Miranda wrestles in the smallest weight class, but don't underestimate her toughness. When she was at Stanford University, she wrestled on the men's team. Russ Hellickson and Jeff Blatnick had the call of her third match earlier today.
In the blue suit from Venezuela.
This is 48 kilograms, 105.5 pounds. Patricia Miranda of the United States, wearing the red singlet, will be taking on Nayela Scaripa of Venezuela in the blue singlet. Patricia Miranda, 25 years of age. She's a 2-time silver medalist in the world, and she has a lot more experience than Scaripa, but in the Olympic Games, anything is possible.
Out of the break.
Matches are 2 3-minute periods. 30-second break in between. A wrestler must score at least 3 points to have a match end in regulation, otherwise it goes to overtime. Miranda in on a shot here, but they travel out of bounds.
This, of course, is the first time that women's wrestling has been a part of the Olympic Games. Was announced by the IOC in 2001. Miranda had just graduated from Stanford University and was really thinking about going to law school, but said, I'll postpone that choice of law school to Yale, stick in it for 3 more years, try to make an Olympic team and win a gold medal for the United States. And she stuck the course and is right on track right now. In on a single leg on Scaripa. There's a nice lift.
Scaripa was doing a nice job of countering, but Miranda finally gets the takedown. That should be 1-0 now in favor of the American wrestler. And let's see if she can get back exposure points with this opportunity on top.
Generally won't give you a lot of time up in this top position. Referee, 3 officials on every mat. 2 of the 3 must agree for any call to be made. They bring Patricia and Scaripa back up to their feet. We continue again. 1:45 seconds remaining in this first period. This match again at 105.5 pounds, the lightest weight for the women in this Olympic competition.
Scaripa in on a single here, trying to score herself, but these women premiering here in these Olympics, it's got to be a great source of pride. They've had world championships for quite some time, but the world stage and wrestling's true premiere to the public is the Olympic Games, and there's no better pinnacle than to showcase your sport than to have it here. And the women have been deserving for quite some time. And Patricia Miranda actually retired after her career at Stanford, but when she heard that the games were going to include the women wrestling, she came back, trained, and here she is living out her dream.
And of course, for Patricia, she started wrestling a lot of boys. Really didn't get an opportunity to wrestle in international competition until later in her career. But Patricia right now proving to her dad that it was a good choice to take up the sport of wrestling. Her father didn't really want her to get into it. Had actually pulled her name off of start lists because he didn't want her to wrestle, threatened to sue the school because she was on the wrestling team. But he's given up on it now. He's here watching her. He's a part of the competition. I think he's proud of what his daughter has done in the sport of wrestling.
And he's proud of that 1 point she just scored. Nice takedown there with that trapped arm. Miranda gets 2 more. She may try to put Scaripa on her back again and hold her there, get an additional point, but here she's trying again, running out of time.
3 minutes will be the end of the first period, and there it is, and the score will end up being 4-1 for Patricia Miranda of the United States. So she had made an agreement with her father. We've talked about it many times when we cover Patricia. She said, I'll get a 4-point in high school, Dad, if I can keep on wrestling. He said, okay. She did her part of the deal. He agreed. She went on to college, actually ended up being a Phi Beta Kappa at Stanford University, and now is going to be taking up law school at Yale when she's done with the Olympic Games. Second period underway. This weight class, 105.5 pounds. If Patricia wins this weight class, or wins this match, she will be in the semifinals in this weight division.
She is in control of her own destiny here. A win puts her into the semifinals. Nice double leg there if she keeps driving. And there she does. She gets more back exposure points. That might be score 3, but yeah, 2 because Karipa was on the mat when the back exposure finally occurred. It wasn't directly from the standing position.
Score right now 6-1 for Miranda of the United States. The U.S. team has been training at the American College of Greece along with a number of other USA teams here in Athens, and when we were up there we were talking to Patricia and I asked her if there was anything that scared her, and she said, yeah, having not laid it on the line. It scares me to think that I would ever pass up the opportunity to test myself, and she's been training for 3 years to test herself here in the Olympic Games.
Don't count Karipa out. Terry Steiner, when I talked with him in between these rounds, Terry Steiner is the national coach for the U.S. team, and he had said that Karipa's got strong hips, great balance, and capable of throwing her opponents. Miranda must maintain good solid position as she has, and right there, nice straight back on that shot. And there you saw Karipa trying that throw, but Miranda's position too strong. 7-1 now you score.
A minute and 40 seconds remaining in the second period. Patricia Miranda well in control of this final match in her qualifying pool. There's her husband Levi, father Jose. He was a political refugee from Brazil with his wife. Patricia's mother died when she was younger. The wedding a little bit of a surprise here to everyone. They got married in April.
Levi Weichel Magden, her husband, they were teammates on the Stanford team. They met, and their first conversation was talking for hours about Star Trek.
Shared something in common, and of course they share that wrestling. And right now, Patricia Miranda ahead 9-1, close to a technical superiority win here. If she can get ahead by 10 points, the match will be over. Minute and 20 seconds, minute 10 seconds to go in this second period. And there's a turn. That should do it.
That's 2 points. This match can end. She won by great superiority, better referred to as a technical fall.
Well, a great victory for Patricia Miranda. She will be the first American to go into the semifinals for the United States. The sport has been dominated by the Japanese, but the Americans were second last year, actually lost on criteria. They were tied with Japan in the world title, so expecting to do well, and Patricia Miranda is carrying that torch right now, winning this match at 105.5 pounds to advance.
Well, she's been solid on her feet, but she's also been solid on the mat there. A wonderful takedown. That was worth 2 points.
Well, her family calls her Trush, and she's going to advance into the semifinals here in the Olympic Games in Athens.
On mat 1.
Lester Holt back with you in our Olympic studio.